Delta 2648, descend and maintain 7,000.
Alright, descend to 7,000, Delta 2648.
Boy, 3130, reduce speed to 210.
210 speed, envoy 3130.
Alright, United 887, approaching the bridge for 2 left.
United 887, San Francisco Chairwing, come, runway 28 left, third line.
2 left, third line, United 887.
Hey everybody, SouthernAviator here. Today we're going to be operating flight 937, which is United Airlines flight 937 from San Francisco to Los Angeles. Your eyes do not deceive you. This is in fact a 737 that we're loading up here. Probably going to ask me to open up the doors here in a second, but I'll ignore that for now. I'm doing my first flight with the 737. I mean, I've flown it before, but way back on FS9. That was probably, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. I flew it for a while, and then I upgraded to the level D 767, and I've been doing long hauls ever since. Also, as you know, I almost always do the 777, at least on this channel I have. But now it's time to start opening up the parameters here, and today I'm going to fly 737. So let's see, flight time is going to be just 57 minutes down to LA. Takeoff weight, well, let's see, fuel, excuse me, is going to be 13,500 pounds. Takeoff weight is going to be 152,000 pounds, or just over 152,000 pounds, and no alternate necessary. So, you know, let's go ahead and get a pre-flight. I'll tell you guys up front, there is a very good chance that you're going to see me do something wrong. Feel free to comment in the comment sections. This, like I said, is my first time with this airplane. But let's see how much I can remember or how much I can get right on this one. All right, so let's go down here to the FMC and open the doors, because that's what the... So it's telling me open up right entry aft and right entry forward. So let's see, right entry, where we are, right entry aft and right entry forward. All right, let's pop outside and see if that's the right doors. Yep, looks like it is. All right, so let's see. First thing, if I remember, I read the manual right. I should go here. Let's see. Was it pre-flight? Yeah. So let's go ahead and get that started.
Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Alright, doesn't look like the gate's pulling up. Let's see here. Close that. Maybe don't pull the gate up just yet. Okay, we'll see. So it looks like the FO started his pre-flight stuff, so I guess I'll go ahead and get mine done. So let's get the weights taken care of. So fuel is going to be, let's see, 13.5. Drop that in there. Oh crap, 13. Well, there's your first mistake already, guys. Let's see, 13.5. I guess I emptied the tanks. It didn't read it as 13.5. So let's see. I guess I better get the ground power going here. There we go. So APU is supposed to be on. So let's just go ahead and turn it off then. Alright. Well, that was cool. Alright, so now back to what I was doing. I'll try not to make that mistake again. Alright, so zero fuel weight is going to be 131.9 on the zero fuel weight. Alright, so that's in there. It's asking me to enter the IRS position. Alright, so let's see, now that's done, let's go in here. Position entry, so this would be San Francisco. What are we at? 65? Is it even going to take that? Probably not. No, of course not. It's probably like G65 or something. Oh, not in the database. Alright, forget it. No big deal there. I don't want that position. Let's take the left GPS position. Pop that in. Alright, so it looks like that seems to have worked. Alright, so now I do understand that this airplane doesn't have the uplinks that the 777 has, which is what I'm used to. But anywho, so we'll put the company route in. Now let's activate that. Perfinet. We already knew the 0 fuel weights. Let's see, reserves. So I'm supposed to land with 7.2. I like to know whether or not I'm overburning my flight plan. So I usually subtract a little bit from what I'm supposed to land with and put that in reserves. I know 6.2 isn't my actual reserve, but what it does tell me is if I'm overburning my flight plan or not. So cost index will go with 10. That's the slowest United Airlines uses, as long as they're going to still arrive on time. Cost index of 10 is not a set thing with United Airlines. It can vary. You know, like I said, they need to go a little bit faster to arrive on time than they will, but usually they'll always go with 10 if they're going to arrive on time. So they'll fly as slow as they can get away with, I guess is the way to say it. This thing is asking me to close something. Let's see. If it gives me the memo again. And I guess it's not going to give it to me. Oh, there's right entry aft. Okay, so right entry aft. Alright, so that's closed. Alright, so back to what I was doing before I was rudely interrupted. Alright, so it'll be 350. Cruise wind. Let me exit out of flight plan here just a second. Bear with me. Cruise winds are going to be 232 at 23. And temperature will be minus 48. I also think it wants me to close another door. So I'm going to assume it's this one. Alright, right entry forward, yep. Alright, so now let's go back to here. So it'll be United Airlines 937. Alright, takeoff stuff. You know, in the real world, you don't find this stuff out until just before push, when you get your final numbers. So I'm going to skip by that for now. Climb. Nothing there. Cruise is fine. And that's fine as well. Well, let's make this 2. Let's make this 290. Fly a little fast coming in. So let's go to departure. So we're supposed to be departing off of 1 left, using the stick 3 arrival to eBay. Alright, and then we're arriving on, I'm going to go 25 left because that's where, I think that's closest to the United gates. So let's go 25 left. And it's going to be the Sadie or Sadie 6, I think it is. And then we use that transition. Yes, please.
Thanks.
There were 250 knots at Simon. Or 280 knots at Simon. What? Well, I guess it would help if I connect that. Get rid of the discontinuity. I don't know how to get rid of that. So let's see. I'll do this then. Can I delete what I put in before? No. Well, it had 250 in there. So I'll go ahead and execute that. Maybe that'll get rid of the error.
Okay, I'm back from the walk around. Everything looks good.
Fantastic. Alright, so that's done. No hold procedure. So we landed with 8.6. I burned a little bit of that in taxi. So looks like that's it for now. I guess now I need to set up the FMC reasonably. So I'm just going to put in 140 for now. There's your heading. Let's put in 5,000 on the altitude. I am using Vatsim, but nobody's online, which honestly that's okay with me because I'm flying an airplane that I'm not overly familiar with, so I probably shouldn't get on Vatsim right now anyway. So I guess it's a good thing that there's nobody awake for Oakland or LA Center. So that's set in. You know what, I need to do something really quick. Let me change this real quick. So that off, that's down. I got to reset my MCP panel I have here because I had the auto throttle and flight director up, and it has to be off to start, or else the buttons will be in reverse. Alright, so now let's try it. Oh, it still flopped on me. Alright, hang on here a second. So down and down on that. So this, and down here. Alright, so now up. Oh, what is going on? Oh, I didn't hit fly now. That would explain it. So down and down. Alright, so now let's try. Flight director on, auto throttle on. There we go. Now it's working. Or working the way I want. So let's take the data. We gotta flip his up. Alright, there we go. So MCP is set up. Got some dark shadows there I can't see. So I'm going to make up a transponder code here after he's done. Anyway, I'll bug him after he's over with, or after he's done doing his flow. Well, I feel just so out of place doing this airplane. It's funny because the flows are just so different. How do you even check this thing? I'm going to click something I ain't supposed to click. You watch what I tell you. Press to test. There we go. Okay. Trying to make sure my controls are decently working. They seem to be responding. I'm not pressurized. Why? I'm getting a lot of stuttering all of a sudden. By the way, I'm running Flight Simulator Steam Edition. If you care to know. So let's see. Usually I don't run this little green banner up here that tries to figure out what I'm saying, but since I'm using a new program, I want to know if it's picking up what I'm saying or not. I'll probably turn that off after I get comfortable with it. So the overhead looks good. Yeah, I can't find any issues on here. Everything looks fine. I'm sure somebody's probably looking at something right now saying, that's not the way it's supposed to be. And you're probably right. Alright, man, you done with your flow yet? Alright, thank you. Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Test at 100%.
Test at 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal. Auto. Window heat. position mode selector, auto. Flight instruments,
Set and checked.
parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers,
Cut off.
pre-flight checklist complete.
Alright, so now that's done. I guess next, what is to board? But I think boarding on here, if I remember right, it asks you whether or not you're supposed to board. Alright, so just logged into Vatsim to find out that San Francisco ground is available. So it looks like I'm going to have to ask for an ATC clearance. So, with that said, let me get out something to write with. Swapcom 1.
Roger.
Guess I better get the ATIS. Is there even an ATIS? Yeah, there isn't even an ATIS out. I wonder if they just came online. They might have, because there's not even an ATIS out. Uh-oh. What did I just do? Okay, I don't want that set up, so now I guess I need to change that. Alright, so let's see. Let's go back now to what we were doing. San Francisco clearance delivery United 937, looking for IFR clearance to Los Angeles, and I don't see a current ATIS out for United 937. Wow, I barely understood that. Say again for United 937.
Here's the load sheet for you.
United 937, San Francisco Crown, clearance request, please stand by. United 937, you ready? Copy clearance.
937, ready to copy.
Would you like the APU on?
United 937, your clear to Los
Yes,
Angeles
please.
International
Start the
Airport.
APU.
History unannounced departure, eBay transition, and as follows. Climb over 36, maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 122.80 and squawk 3303.
Alright, United 937 clear to Los Angeles via the Sticks 3 departure, eBay transition, then as filed. Climb via SID on up to 9,000. Departure frequency 122.8, squawking 3303, United 937.
United 937, inclusive pizza initial altitude.
I copied initial clearance altitude of 9,000, is that correct?
United 937, negative credit at 5,000.
Copy that, sorry. 5,000 on initial altitude, United 937.
United 937, leave back to scope, left runway 11 for departure.
APU on the buses.
Copy that, we'll expect runway 1 for departure, United 937. Alright, so let's get everything set up the way ATC asked us. Alright, so all the routing is in and everything like that. So we got 5,000 already put in. So let's get the departure frequency of 122.8 put in. So let's set that to standby. Alright, so so dark, can barely make it out. So 12218 is now in there. We're still on the ground. Let's get the transponder set up. Set 3303 on the transponder, please.
Set.
Alright, so that's set. Alright, so everything in MCP is set up for departure. The only thing we have left is to get the weights. And looks like we're about 2 minutes away on that. See how the ground crew's doing. So the ground crew's all sewed up and they're ready to go. I don't know why the jet bridge didn't pull up. If anybody has any idea, feel free to comment and let me know why it didn't. Thanks. Alright, so now we got everybody on board. Let's go ahead and get the weights and the takeoff numbers. Alright, so bear with me here a second while I get that. So I'm going to assume we're going to get one left. Alright, so according to this, it's going to be flaps 5. Oh, you know, I just realized I didn't do the departure briefing. Let's see, departure brief, ADX, no, tertiary flaps. Please, crew change. Same crew, underweight. Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Yes.
Any questions?
No questions.
Departure briefing complete. Alright, so got that placed in. And you know what? It's gonna be rated with assumed temp. Alright, so get that placed in. Alright, so for the numbers, let's go back here. So let's see if I can get this right. It's going to be an assumed temp of 52. Takeoff will be, well, be staying on takeoff. It's be flaps 5. CG, get that placed in. Alright, so the numbers are pretty much the same with Top Cat, very little differences, so I'll take the numbers here. Alright, so we got the takeoff number set in now. So I guess now we can close Top Cat. Alright, so where are we? We are ready for departure now. Okay, so let's get the ramp crew ready to go. It's going to be tail to the right. Before start procedure. Oops, I got it muted. Before start procedure.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
I guess I better arm LNAV and VNAV while I'm at it. So I can't arm VNAV. Why not?
Locking gear.
Not sure why that's the case. I would think I could arm VNAV for the departure setup.
Departure check completed. Flight adjustment inserted. Release parking brakes.
Can I do heading select? Okay, I can do that. Looks like I only have lateral navigation here. Level change. Why would it be level change? Why can't I do VNAV? I'll leave it on level change for now since it's the only thing I can get to work.
Release parking brake.
Before start procedure.
Check.
Release parking brake.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP.
Set and checked.
Takeoff speeds.
Set and checked.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
Free and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Anti-collision light.
Parking
Oh.
brake.
Before start checklist complete.
Alright. San Francisco ground, United 937, ready for taxi, or excuse me, ready for push.
United 937, you can push and start at your own discretion.
Push start at discretion, United 937, thanks. Yeah, I probably should have done push and start at my discretion anyway. Alright, so let's go ahead and release the brakes.
Release parking brake. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Looks like the flight controls are working right. Alright, so next up is start sequence is 2, then 1.
Check.
Start right engine.
Starting right. Oil pressure.
Alright, 15%. Getting decent frames. Somewhere around 25 frames per minute, so it ain't too bad.
Set parking
Starting
brake.
cutout.
Start left engine. Oops. Start left engine.
Starting left.
We now request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. When the seatbelt sign illuminates, you must fasten your seatbelt. Insert the flat metal clip to the buckle and pull on the loosen strap
Oil
and tighten
pressure.
it up. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as we may experience turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft, 2 forward, 2
Tow truck
back, and 2 over
disconnected.
each wing.
Bypass
Please take a
main
moment to
route.
locate the exit nearest you. In some cases, the exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor level lighting will guide you toward the exit. Doors can be opened by moving the handle in the direction of the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable
Well, that's a
slide
pretty big
which
tug for a
will assist
737.
with a life raft. Oxygen and air pressures are always being monitored. In the event of an decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the
Alright,
mask
that's the ramp guy.
Route is clear. Right is clear.
How are you still talking to me if you're disconnected from the airplane?
Although the bag does not inflate,
Alright, let's get a salute. See you later.
if you're traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance,
Alright, so you got 2 engine starts that are good.
that other person. Keep your mask on until an uniformed crew member advises you to remove it. In the event of an emergency, please assume the bracing position. Lean forward with your hands on top of your head and your elbows against your thighs. Ensure your feet are flat on the floor. A life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch
Flaps 5.
and the vest. Slip it over your head. Press the straps around your
I
waist
always
and
forget
adjust
that.
it to the front.
Flaps 5.
To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when leaving the aircraft. If you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpiece. Use the whistle and light to attract attention. Also, your seat
Flight controls checked.
Ready.
Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms to
Full
the chest,
left.
and hug the cushion to
Center.
your chest.
Check.
Full right.
We remind you that this is a non-smoking
Center.
flight. Tampering
Check.
with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the laboratory
Down.
is prohibited by law.
Center.
You will find
Check.
this and all other safety
Full
information
up.
in the card located in the seat pocket
Center.
in front of you.
Check.
We strongly suggest you read it before
Rudder
taking.
left.
If you have any questions,
Center.
don't hesitate to ask
Check.
one of our crew members.
Rudder right.
We wish you an all
Center.
enjoyable flight.
Check.
Alright, so good to know my flight controls might work when I go down the runway. Flight controls check completed. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators. On. Beat. On. Anti-ice. Off. Isolation valve. Auto. Engine start switches. Continuous. Recall.
Checked.
Checked. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Clear. Before taxi checklist complete.
Alright, so I'm going to use this for the clearance here, see if it can help us out. San Francisco ground, United 937, ready for taxi.
United 937, runway 1 left, taxi by Alpha Mike 1.
Was that Alpha to Bravo? Oh, Lima.
Negative Alpha Mike 1.
Oh, Alpha Mike. Got it now. Okay. Taxi via Alpha Mike, United 937. You know, that didn't work the way I thought it would. See, Alpha. Yeah, why did it do it that way? That's not correct. Oh well. There's better things to worry about. Clear left.
Clear right.
Alright, so Alpha to Mike. Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
5. Green light. 5. Green light.
Stabilizer trim.
Oh, I did forget to stabilize the trim, didn't I? Alright, so 4.76.
Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
4.7 units.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Alright, so we'll continue on around on Alpha until we get over to Mike. It's so nerve-wracking with a new airplane. I don't know if anybody else feels like this. Probably not, because it seems like most other people fly tons of different airplanes all the time, and I tend to become very proficient or used to a certain aircraft. It's just my thing. I mean, you know, it's the way I've always done it. When I flew the 737 back on FS9, I probably did that for, I don't know, 6 or 7 months, and then I went to the level D, And when I did that, I probably flew that 6.7 for at least 4 years, or longer. And then finally the 777 came out with FS2CREW, and I decided to go ahead and fly that. That's what you've seen me do on all my other videos. So I probably flew the 777 only about a year or so, not too long. But now, you know, I figure I'd throw in some stuff with some shorter hauls, some shorter real life routes. And you know, it seems like it'll be a good thing. I think I'm gonna swap back and forth between aircraft more often now instead of sticking with one airplane. But I don't know, my next few videos will probably be in the 737. But I will be going back and forth between aircraft quite a bit more. Trying to figure out why the taxiways didn't connect right. You know, I'm just wondering if it's something that I did, if it's just a glitch in the ASUS program, but whatever. Alright, so here's Mike coming up. So let's make a left turn here.
United 937 Park Mountain.
What? Say again for United 937.
United 937 Park Mountain.
Oh, he wants some old C. Gotcha. Mode C is turned on now for United 937.
937 aircraft. United 937, the flight FTC on the frequency change if you're having a flight.
Copy that, swapping the Unicom, taking off now, United 937, so long. Swap com 1.
Roger.
Runway entry procedure.
Check. Cabin crew, take your seats. Ready to go.
Alright, one left is on the pavement. Take off.
Check. Thrust set. Knots.
Oh, I hope this goes well.
V1. Rotate.
V1. Rotate.
V2.
Positive rate.
You're up. It says nose it forward and accelerate. Set flight level 350. Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Flaps up.
Speed checked. Flaps up. Flight 350. Set.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds. On. Packs. Auto. Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps. Up. No lights. After takeoff checklist complete.
Alright, so it hasn't gone too bad so far.
Happy to release the cabin.
Yes, please.
Check.
Can't seem to get it trimmed right for some reason. Oh, that's not bad. I guess that's trimmed pretty decent. Alright, so far so good. I hadn't killed anybody yet. Alright, so we'll go ahead and turn the autopilot on.
10,000.
Can't put on VNAV for some reason. Why is that the
Release
case?
the cabin now.
Yes, please. So why is it... So it's probably a function that I would understand that's different with the 737. And it also seems to level off at 35. Why did it do that? Oh, is it because of a crossfit restriction? Oh yeah, at port you have to be at or below 10,000. I didn't even notice that. Alright, SouthernAviator, thanks. So we've crossed port, so I would think it would go on up to 350 now. Oh, there we go. I had to hit VNAV again. Alright, yeah, just differences with the airplanes and how the MCP panel works, but I'll get the flows down sooner or later. Open this up a little bit. There we go. Alright, so while we're climbing, if anybody's watching this and they live in America, happy 4th of July. It is Independence Day in the usual patriotic form. The Americans are popping fireworks and eating ribs and barbecue and burgers and all things unhealthy. That does include me. I do have a few moon rockets that I'm ready to fire off here as soon as the night falls. And we'll be eating ribs this afternoon. I can promise you that. I wouldn't miss it for the world. But happy 4th to anybody that's out there who is American and celebrating in the U.S. today. Alright, so we're on the Unicom. One thing I'm noticing about this plane already is it definitely, I forgot about this, but it doesn't climb as fast as a 777 does, that's for sure. But, you know, I'm really not surprised by that. I dispatch these things at work every day, and I do notice the difference in performance on them, that's for sure, when I'm planning. I particularly hate planning this plane into Denver. If there's any icing going on, high altitude airport, and you have to plan it with the anti-ice on and all this other stuff, and so you end up getting killed on the climb performance limitation when you're going into Denver on these 737s, especially if you have like the 900s. They're like the worst offenders ever. 800s aren't great, but they're not as bad as the 900s. 700s aren't really that bad at all. Dispatching the Airbus in there, I mean, it's no big deal, but man, these 737s they're pigs when you try to plan them into high altitude airports like Denver International and places like that.
Transition altitude set standard.
Alright, so first officer swaps the transition altitude automatically on this one. Alright, no big deal there. So we had Class A altitude, now Class A airspace, crossing 18,000. So not a whole lot else to see, and I'll catch you guys as usual when we get ready for the top of the descent, which honestly isn't too far away from now, being the flight so short. So see you shortly. Alright guys, so we're up here at 35,000 feet. We're 50 nautical miles from top of the descent, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get us all set up for an arrival into LA. It looks like Los Angeles approach is on, at least if I'm reading this right. Let me check another source here. Yeah, I'm looking at Vattastic right now. Vattastic doesn't show that Los Angeles approach is on, but for some reason ASUS is. So I guess we'll see who's right here, but ASUS is showing that LA Center is online. But oh well, we'll see what's going on here in a second. Alright, so moving on from that, let's get this done. Approach. So approach speed would be star ILS, flaps 30, bleeds on. Final approach altitude, or excuse me, final approach fixed altitude would be 2,200 feet. Minims would be 200. This approach altitude on this one, according to the charts, is 2,000 feet. Dry runway, auto brake 2 according to Top Cat, ADX, yeah, leave it on. Single engine taxi, no. It will be a gate. Yeah, turn on the APU after landing, concerns none. Final sector, no. Are you ready for the approach briefing?
I am ready.
Any questions?
Not today.
Approach briefing complete. Alright, so descent procedure.
Check.
Alright, so let me get the min set. Alright, 200 already set. So he should take care of all the stuff that he's supposed to take care of for the approach or descent checklist. Alright, so we've begun our top of descent. I guess this is as good a time as any to do a descent checklist. Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. feet, recall, checked. Auto brake, level 2. Landing data,
Set and checked.
approach review.
Completed.
Descent checklist complete.
Alright guys, we'll catch back up with you below 10. Or I guess when I make initial contact with LA Center, or excuse me, LA Approach, because SoCal Approach is on. So we'll see you in a bit.
Altimeters reset. 3011.
Alright guys, we're back up. ATC wants us to contact them, so I'm going to do just that. It'll be Los Angeles Center. Swapcom 1.
Roger.
Oh, you know what? It's Center. Okay. I didn't realize that Center's up now. Alright, so let's get Center going. Swapcom 1.
Roger.
Boy, I can barely hear that. Let's turn the volume up a little bit. Los Angeles Center, United 937s. Los Angeles Center.
Giant 8565 right now.
Los Angeles Center, United 937s ascending through 15.5 via the Sadie 6 arrival.
Yeah, 937 Los Angeles Center, clear contact from 3 miles northeast, or northwest rather, Fillmore. Send maintain 12,000, contact SoCal approach 124.5.
Center 12,000, contact SoCal approach 124.5, United 937. Alright, so 12,000 set in, he wants us over to SoCal.
Outlaw 8890 is
Swapcom 1.
miles northeast of the
SoCal approach, United 937, 14-1 for 12,000 with information pop-up.
United 937 SoCal approach, accuracy on contact flying heading 070, radar vectors, 2 ILF, runway 24 right, final call information, pop-up as per and advise when you have it.
We'll expect ILS 24 right, we'll advise when I have information, the next info, United 937 Heavy. So we got a new info out. I told him Papa. Alright, so you said expect 24 right?
So approach, 352, we short 67 San Diego. Road 352, so I've got a course for runway 27, clear to take off and do it. Take off 27, number 352.
Alright, so 24 right is set in. Let's get this all set up over here on this side. Let's see, so select approach. 24 right. Now let's 24 right.
United 937 after Simon, descend and maintain 10,000.
After Simon 10,000, United 937. Approach checklist.
Altimeters.
3006 set.
3006 set. Approach checklist complete.
Alright guys, so I don't know, what are we? 7 miles from Simon. So at Simon he wants us to descend to 10,000. And from the looks like it, other than gotta have 250 at Sadie, that's the only restriction left in the approach. So everything is going well so far. Knock on wood.
Level 352 river contact, climb and maintain 13,000. Climb and maintain 13,000.
That doesn't look like me.
Checked.
Alright, so coming up on Simon now, so I'm going to go ahead and start the process of getting on down there. So we'll do 10,000 and a level change. So max at Sadie is 250, so I'm gonna go ahead and put 250 in there.
United 937, descend and maintain 7,000. After Santa Monica, descend and maintain 2,600.
7,000 after Santa Monica, 2,600, United 937.
Level 352 contact, I descend at 135. Negative.
Alright, 7,000 and then we're going to go 2,600 at Santa Monica. Alright, so there's 10,000 foot call. I'll go and slow up a bit more to 240 below 10 here. Uh-oh, got a stutter. Oh, there we go. Alright, so the wing is on. Those are on. Alright, so we're descending at 1,200 feet per minute. That's decent. This looks like right at Santa Monica I'm going to hit 7,000. At least according to this, oh, I don't even know that. Can't even think of the name of this green arc right here, what its specific name is, but we all know what it is. But it's just basically telling me that I'm going to be at 7,000 feet at this particular band.
163, holding short 27 at Lindbergh, ready for departure.
United 163, second departure, runway 27, clear for takeoff, wind 28011, goes 1 sec.
Clear for takeoff 27, United 163.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs
Oh, looks like we got downtown over here. Let's see.
securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed underneath the seat in front of you toward overhead.
I don't recognize any of it. I'm not from LA,
Until we are safely parked at the gate. Thank you.
but I assume that's from downtown. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and plug in 2600 here because I should cross Simon at 7,000 anyway. Let's let the first officer do it. Let's try. Set altitude 2,600. Oh, I got it muted. I always do. Set altitude 2,600.
United 937, 25 lost available if you want it.
Altitude.
Yeah, that'd be good. My gate's on that side anyway for United 937.
Set.
United 937, roger, change lane, runway to 25 left, localized frequency 109.9, descend and maintain 3,700.
2,000, excuse me, 25 left now, 2,500 on the altitude, United 937.
You're in verify 3,700, 3,700.
3,000 United 937. Set that to 3,000. I guess I misunderstood him. Alright, so 25 left now, because yeah, I like to. United Gates is on the south side of the airport, the way I understand it, so wouldn't hurt to get 25 left in Atlanta. The controller probably knew that anyway. That's probably why he offered it up to me.
Checked.
United 163 with our contact, climb and maintain 13,000.
Climb 13,000, United 1.
Alright, so after I cross Jackson intersection here, I'm going to do a heading hold of 070. Staples Center.
Condition Papa, Spark 4601. Travis 741 Heavy, so get departure, runway 25 right. Taxi via Alpha Alpha and Bravo, information Papa is correct. Respect approved taxi via taxi to 25 via Alpha Alpha Bravo, condition Papa.
Go ahead and slow it up to 210 now. Put out the speed brakes a little bit. Course is 250, so let's put in a course of 250.
United 1979 Heavy SoCal approach.
I'll copy that. Reach back there. Just tune in to SoCal approach. United 1979. Currently at altitude 180,000.
United 1979 Heavy SoCal approach. E70 level cleared out west runway 25 left approach information pop as current.
To left approach for just pop up. That's it.
United 937 twin right heading 220 intercept runway 25 left localizer.
Right turn 220 intercept localizer 25 left United 937. Alright, so let's go ahead and arm the approach.
Yeah, 937 is 2 correction 5 miles from gate. Maintain 3,000 to establish on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 25 left approach.
3,000 to the established, cleared ILS 25 left approach now 937. Alright, so we are clear for the approach now. I'll be getting it dirty and dropping some flaps here. So let's see, we are 15 DME now. So I'm going to go ahead and slow it to 180 until at least the final approach fix. Got some stuttering going on in here. I probably got some things I need to fix in my config file, but whatever. Flaps 5.
Speed checked. Flaps 5.
United 163 contact Los Angeles Center 25.8 good day.
125.8, United 163.
Alright, so it looks like we've intercepted the localizer here now. It looks like it passed it up. Just a little bit, I guess. Alright, so let's go ahead and set the heading of 250. Looks like the glide slope is now alive, so I'm going to go ahead
741 heavy
and slow the
monitor.
final
LA ground 121.75
approach speed. Flaps 15. Oops. Flaps 15.
Speed checked. Flaps 15.
No, let's do 160. Gear down.
Gear down.
Guess that's what the buzzing was about. Alright, let's arm the speed brake.
Aircraft Los Angeles information Quebec 12514 altimeter 3004.
Is it me or is the plane accelerating?
Final approach fix. Height checked. Missed approach altitude is not set.
Set missed approach altitude.
Missed approach altitude set.
Flaps 30.
Speed checked. Flaps 13.
Alright, landing checklist. Whoa, look at that. What just happened? Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Armed. Armed.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
30. Green light.
Landing checklist complete.
United 937 runway 25 left clear to land.
25 left clear to land. United 937.
1,000 feet.
Alright, so I think I'm going to take it over from here. Oh, you're just going to keep buzzing at me? Thank you. Alright, so hopefully this will be a good landing.
500 feet. Stable.
Gonna give it my best shot. It handles a little bit different than 777, but of course, right?
Checked.
Coming in a little bit fast.
Check. Approaching minimums.
100,
Minimums.
50, 30, 20, 10.
Come on, set down, set it down, set it down. What are you talking about? Floating.
Speed brake up. Cursors normal. $60 knots.
Manual braking.
Auto brake disarmed. Check.
Well, looky, looky. Look who's on the ground.
Check.
Okay to clean up.
Check.
United 937 turn right when able, join hotel, hold short of runway 25 right on Pampa, and say your gate number.
Looking for gate 43 for United 937.
United 937 runway 25 Pampa, taxi to the ramp. I'm sorry, cross runway 25 right at Pampa, then contact ground 1.75 G.
Alright, join the hotel right on Papa. We'll cross 25 right, then contact ground United 937. Thanks. So let's see if I can get that taxi thing to work right. Let's try. You know what? Screw it.
Sergio Coach United 1923 at Sierra November Alpha, ready to the IFR clearance.
I know how to get there.
Sierra 1923 second on request, stand by. Southwest 5168 SoCal, are you with me?
Swap com 1. Los Angeles ground, United 937, holding short at Papa.
Yeah, 937 Los Angeles ground, taxi parking by Bravo, Charlie 9, or Charlie.
Copy, going to gate 43, Bravo, Charlie 9, Charlie, United 937. Parking 43. I'm gonna go there via Bravo, Charlie, Charlie 9.
Check.
Alright, so there's Charlie 8. Oh, the van's just gonna run out in front of me. Alright, that's cool. Alright, so I believe that's in Terminal 4, and it is. So we got American hanging out there. So now we'll go back to Charlie.
Minutes.
I'm not sure why. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, so looks like the ground crew is there. Lights and doors. Lights and doors.
Check.
Let's see. APU is running.
665 with information quick at Los Angeles, requesting airport clearance to Las Vegas.
Doors disarmed. APU on the bus.
Alright, so here we go. Let's pull into the gate.
Yeah. Yeah, 665 Los Angeles Grand, 5 West Valley.
See if I can stick the landing here.
665 Los Angeles Grand. Your equipment code is showing flash X-ray, meaning that you have no mode Charlie transponder. Can you confirm that? I'm sorry about that. Some of the coverage code should be on 665. Yeah, 665. Do you have an FMS and or GPS?
Oh, the parking brake got me. Oh well.
Thank you. United 665.
So let's go here and cut the engines.
Direct transition, and then it's filed. Climb via Civic 75000. Departure frequency.
Hopefully I don't kill the entire airplane.
And squawk 717 tree. Squawk 717 to 665. Yeah, 665. Yeah, 665, sorry about that correction.
Parked a bit too far. Oh, kidding me.
Feedback is correct. Runway 25 left at Echo Lee advisory taxi. Los Angeles altimeter 3005. Yeah, 25 left at Echo, and we'll call you back when we're ready to go.
Alright, so pumps have to come off, probe heat, hydraulic panel set, flaps up. Parking brake set or released, I guess. Engine start levers cut off. Weather radar off.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, that's interesting. I never turned the weather radar on. Oh, forgot to do that. Shutdown checklist. Oops.
Aircraft calling Los Angeles.
Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Regular pumps,
I'm not
off.
41, right ahead.
Off. Hydraulic panel, set,
Coordinates.
flaps.
Up.
Parking brake.
Set.
Go unreadable.
Engine start levers.
Cut
Say
off.
call sign only, please.
Weather radar.
Off.
Off.
Shutdown
Shutdown checklist complete.
Delta 741, SouthernAviator 124.
Well, guys, there you have it. I have made it to Los Angeles. Hang on a second, let me mute this real quick. So let's see. Let's get the ground crew going to get the bags taken off the airplane. So let's request a D-board here. Let's see. Are the doors open? Did that even happen? Yeah, the front door is open. For some reason, the gates aren't hooking up. I don't know why. Oh, now it's moved back. Also, it doesn't even know where my plane is. Ah, okay. I have to work on that. Maybe that's a GSX setting or something I have to fix. If anybody knows why that jet bridge doesn't know where the door is, feel free to comment and let me know. But in any case, as the back cart runs through the other back carts and this guy breaks one of the ramp rules, you're not supposed to taxi the cart under the wing of a narrow body airplane, but never mind that. It is a simulator after all. Alright guys, well we made it safe, 737, first time. And I actually intend to do another leg of this. I'm going to post, it's going to be a transcontinental flight. I'm going to go Los Angeles, same airplane, and take it over to Dulles International. So that's going to be my next leg in this airplane. But until then, we'll see you guys on the next flight. So long.